This week on the Media Virus Podcast, you may have noticed this already, but some people are so dumb they think they're smart. Oh no, there are some sandy vaginas as the people between Gen X and the millennials demand recognition. And tips for living with monkeypox. All this and more on this 85th episode of the Media Virus Podcast. It's the Media Virus Podcast. Let's point and laugh at the world burning around us. With executive producer Mike Latoris. We'll do an intro, we'll do an outro, and then do our wrap. BBC correspondent Stanley McFadden.
Makes me tingly in an unfamiliar way.
And the Scorpion Goddess.
I'm a Scorpio with secretive. I just don't say a lot of shit.
And now, spreading the sage nihilism of an aged Gen Xer, your host and mine, the star of our show, the incomparable Maddie Rockdeath.
I had no, but I was, I kind of wanted to, and whoa, that's new. Hot damn, do we have a fucking show for you people this week? I am Maddie Rockdeath. Welcome to the Media Virus Podcast. I am joined, of course, by the executive producer of the program, the Reverend and Professor Mike Latoris. How you doing, Mike?
Good evening, everybody. I'm feeling fine.
Feeling fine. Both Mike and I would like to remind you that if you're watching this and you're not subscribed, please hit subscribe. It's the only way you're going to get notified of our new lives and everything. And it makes it makes us happy too. Speaking of happy, let me introduce the rest of the infection team. We have, of course, the Scorpion Goddess, Juliet Everett. How are you doing today, Juliet?
I'm doing good. Today has been a very active and productive day for me.
That's very exciting. What did you produce today?
An ad.
Look at you. All right. An ad. Wait, a live read for the Media Virus Podcast?
Yeah.
That's very, very exciting.
Yeah.
And
I'm excited.
To be perfectly honest, we need to keep in mind she can actually write copy, dude.
Yeah, I try to get her to do stuff. I just want to see what she'll do.
I really didn't even have to edit it. I was excited. I was like, she can actually write copy.
Yeah, she's smart and interesting. And if anybody has any questions, hey, why is that girl on your show? She's pretty cool.
I'm full of surprises.
That is true. You are full of surprises. I was under a misinterpretation of what was going on today. But on the phone, via the Media Virus hotline, is our BBC correspondent, Stanley McFadden. Does not have his sidekick and side bitch, but he is on the phone, 646-VIRUS-01. How's it going, Stan?
On the hotline, it is Big Daddy, Stanley McFadden. What's up, listeners?
Where's your hostage?
I don't know. On the road. I'm on the road. I'm on the run, so I try not to have excess baggage.
Did she escape?
So I sent the white woman ahead to distract the popo.
Wait, you sent her head?
Just the head.
What's in the
Just
box,
the head.
man? What's in the box? What's in the box?
So today I send the head. Next week I'll send a foot. 3 weeks from now I'll send a left ass cheek.
Well, that's going to cost you extra. You got to go watch one of the iDrive Fulfillment's videos on dimensional weight and how much that might.
You know what I'm saying?
I liked your hostage. I'm kind of disappointed.
That's all right. We'll Humpty Dumpty her next week.
Well, it's fitting that I don't know what the fuck is going on. I had this whole thing that led into, hey guys, I don't know what your motivation or inspiration for doing the show is, but I'm betting that the Dunning-Kruger effect has something to do with it.
Well, have you ever noticed that the person with the least amount of knowledge on a subject is often the most confident to blast you with their opinion about it?
Hey, Juliet, you ever notice that?
I don't know. Maybe.
No, you might have. All right, let's keep reading, Mike.
You'd think, being on this show. This is a well-known experience that can perhaps be explained by the Dunning-Kruger effect, a cognitive bias whereby people with limited ability in a given field tend to greatly overestimate their own competence. The less ability, the more they tend to overestimate their competence.
Hey, did you ever notice that, Juliet?
No, not
No.
for me personally.
You've never noticed that?
No, what I've noticed, honestly, for like myself was imposter syndrome. So like the opposite, like I'm not good enough, even though, yeah.
The neatly animated video for TED Ed, the Dunning-Kruger effect, is explained by none other than David Dunning, the professor of psychology at the University of Michigan, who is credited with coming up with the phenomenon, along with colleague Justin Kruger. In 1999, the pair penned a paper called Unskilled and Unaware of It: How Difficulties in Recognizing One's Own Incompetence Lead to Inflated Self-Assessments.
My question is, dude, how the fuck did he write a paper with those fucking long blades on his fucking hands? How the fuck do you write anything? It's like Edward Scissorhands and
I
shit.
think
Is that
the
the
Dunning guy did the writing.
Oh, he just scared him
Right.
in his dreams?
And I'm reasonably sure they could have called this paper Unskilled and Unaware of It. Please listen to the Media Virus podcast. They tested a large group of people for their abilities in fields of humor, grammar, and logic, after which they then asked the participants to self-assess their skills. Remarkably, those who performed the worst in the test were the most prone to overestimating their performance and ability.
And host a podcast live on YouTube.
Not only do these people reach erroneous conclusions and make unfortunate choices, but their incompetence robs them of the metacognition of robs them of the metacognitive ability to realize it.
Now, see, there's where I've got to beat.
I am totally taking that and putting it into the show notes.
Put that in the description.
Yeah, not only do these people reach erroneous conclusions and make unfortunate choices, but their incompetence robs them of the metacognitive ability to realize it.
This is the exact, like, the pandemic has brought this to the forefront.
Oh, this is amazing.
It's the description
exact
to the
reason
show.
why I have to argue with motherfuckers about pandemic shit.
Well, I mean,
masks don't work. Hand washing doesn't work. You gotta. It works best if you lick clean your shit before you go into surgery. You lick the instruments, and the saliva and the acid from the stomach is what cleans the instruments.
no, it's bullshit. Everybody knows that you lick the doorknob to build up a tolerance to germs. Fool.
You gotta build up tolerance by licking doorknobs and handles. And shit,
Public toilet
and that's
seats.
how you beat the Rona.
Did you see? Remember that video of that when the Rona first hit of that kid that was going around licking toilet seats?
No.
And then he got Rona, and he got real sick, and everybody was making fun of him.
No.
Remember that?
Missed that. Sorry.
I don't think I don't want to dig that up. I don't know if anybody remembers that. If anybody remembers that guy licking toilet seats, give us a call here at the Media Virus Hotline, 646-VIRUS01, 646-VIRUS01. There's actually numbers attached to that, but guess what? I don't know what they are. So fuck you. Figure it out yourself.
I mean, all right.
What is it? Is it 847-8701?
Yeah.
646-847-8701.
01.
If you want to call, if you remember that. Does anybody remember the girl that used to sell farts?
Yeah.
She got sick.
Okay.
So
Thanks, Matt.
There you go.
Speaking of selling farts, people born between Gen X and the millennials are humorously demanding recognition.
Now, although that we're talking about people like born in like 1977
Through 1983, yeah.
through 1983. So I don't even get my own. I just get the ass end of Gen X.
Yeah, we are Gen X.
Yeah, we don't even get this Zennial shit.
No. Are you Zennial? If you are, you probably already know because you're staunchly holding on to that moniker until someone pries it from your cold, lifeless hands. If you're not a Zennial, then you're probably wondering what one is and why do they care so much about the distinction? Zennials are a micro-generation born between Gen X and the millennials. You may remember them as Gen Y, but much like the generation itself, somewhere along the way, that was dropped and forgotten.
Damn.
I want to know because apparently I was dropped on my head as an infant. That's a well-known story. At
There-
Bushkill Falls, apparently.
They're uncomfortably straddling two generations with 1 foot planted in both, yet somehow not fitting anywhere. The span of years that Zennials were born is 1977 through 1983, but there's some infighting on where the cutoff should be. It all comes down to how you grew up and when regular exposure to technology came into your life, and whether it was through you or through your friends. Chances are, if you don't remember computers before they were full color, then you were likely born after the cutoff. Zennials' parents rarely knew where they were, and they didn't have cell phones or pagers as kids, and they were babysitting by the age of 8.
I wasn't babysitting by the age of 8, but it's describing me almost to a T. I don't, that's kind of because, and it was funny because growing up, not growing up, but through my life, very rare. It's been very, very, very rare for me to have friends my own age. Very rare. The new friends that I make are either 10 years my senior or about 10 years my junior.
Right.
Not like the friends that I make are that. I mean, you're an odd duck, just like
Yeah.
I am, and I think Stanley fits in that type of.
Mhm.
And then there's Juliet, who's
10 years younger than us.
10 years younger. That's right. She was born when I started
High school.
high school. Yeah.
You started high
Eight
school in
off.
1990?
You were going for
I
jerk
started-
off, weren't you?
No, I started jerking off way before high school.
Oh my God. Wait, what year were you born?
1976.
She's doing the math.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
You're like my older brother.
Could be, especially in
Mm.
my family.
If there was like a big age gap.
I'm the youngest. I'm the youngest one. An older brother. The older brother to me is 13 years. Then it goes to 17.
See?
Then it goes to 17 years, and then it went to a full 22 years. But that brother has passed.
Oh.
And my youngest sibling is 15 years younger than I am.
So there you
Oh,
go.
so see, I
there-
could be right there too. Wait, what year were you born?
76.
I have it written down, but I don't remember.
76.
Oh, okay.
We're
Matt
all
Stanley.
76ers.
Yeah.
Really?
I'm like.
No,
50
wait.
years
Stanley's
older than Matt.
74.
No, he's younger than us.
No, he's 78.
78. I knew he was young. I fucked up. Anyway,
79.
That's
79.
why,
Oh,
that's why he's so much prettier than we are.
so he technically
My
technically
older brother
is.
was born in 76. I was raised as Gen X. I have no, all of my experiences. I didn't know what a Zennial was. I have nothing in common with any of that shit. I remember Oregon Trail on a green ass computer.
me
I never
too.
pager until I was 18.
Right? Had to go get your own pager.
I had to go get my own pager because no, my mother said no earrings, pagers, or tattoos until you're 18 because only drug dealers have those. So when I turned 18, I got all three.
I was allowed to get my ear pierced when I was 14. I still have it.
Real.
I
Yeah.
I never asked permission to get my ear pierced. I had my ear pierced at 14. My friend Sean did it with a Metallica pin and an ice cube. And it
So-
hurt like a motherfucker. The hardest part about doing it with a pin, especially like that, is getting the back of it to puncture.
Just right. Yeah.
That hurts. So that got infected real quick. And then I got my ear pierced while I was down the shore, and I never cleaned it because I figured I had so much alcohol running through my system I didn't need to. And I was wrong about that as well.
Uh-huh. So when I got my ear pierced, my mother caught on to the fact that I was planning on jabbing something through it onto an ice cube or a potato. And having been a cosmetologist herself, she snatched me up and says, "Oh, no, you're not." I'm like, great. Now this is going to be embarrassing. She says, "If you're getting your ear pierced, we're going to the goddamn mall tomorrow." Like, oh, okay. She said, "And you're paying for it." Good
Did you go to
enough.
the piercing pagoda?
I did.
Hell yeah, you did. Fucking right. That's how you got your ear pierced at the piercing pagoda, motherfucker.
That girl rubbed her boobs on my shoulder and shot me in the ear.
Hell yeah, they always how did girls with big titties and guys with tribal tattoos always go into piercing?
One of those things, man.
Like
And this what was funny about the whole situation was my mom was like, "You're going to have a professional do it." So we go to the piercing pagoda,
Right.
where the girl was shown how to use the gun 15 minutes ago. What do you think? Yeah, go ahead. Click. But yeah.
well,
The girl I was interested at the time, she said, I think guys with earrings are sexy.
Yeah,
So that's
what
why I did it.
white chicks
And it
were
was
into
in the
that back
mall
then.
at the piercing pagoda.
holy shit, everybody went to the piercing pagoda. Juliet, did you go to the piercing pagoda?
I got all of my ear piercings at Claire's, but I took my daughter to Piercing Pagoda to get her ears
The
pierced.
piercing pagoda. This segment was brought to you by Piercing Pagoda. You want to get your ear pierced? Come on down to Piercing Pagoda. What's the next story, Mike?
Well, if you want 16 feet of herringbone chain that'll turn your neck green. Oh, sorry.
Go to Claire's.
All right. Come on, headline.
I bought
There we go.
one of those.
The CDC's issued some guidance, and it's bizarre guidance for having sex while you have monkeypox. Americans who think they might have been exposed to monkeypox should take precautions, like masturbating 6 feet apart from their partner to prevent the spread of the virus, according to health officials. When Centers for Disease Control and Prevention earlier this month issued a list of safe activities for sexually active patients to engage in.
6 feet apart, really.
You know, it seems
Hey, get your shoulder off me. 6 feet apart.
among the recommendations are avoid kissing and having sex with your clothes on or covering areas where the rash or sores are present. Patients and prospective patients who are also advised to wash your hands, fetish gear, sex toys, and any fabrics after having sex, and masturbate together at a distance of at least 6 feet without touching each other.
What the
without touching
fuck
any
is
rash
going
sores.
on right now?
Out touching each other. Get off me, bitch.
This is the government. The government put this out.
Yeah.
We're going to hell.
The odd guidance invoked New York City's bizarre recommendation that sexually active people use glory holes during the coronavirus pandemic to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Oh my God.
The World Health Organization
No.
is investigating whether monkeypox can be sexually transmitted after the virus was detected in patient semen.
Oh my God.
The vast majority
Listen,
of the
my glory hole, my COVID inspired glory hole activities kept me sane during the pandemic.
Sure.
Power bottom.
The vast majority The vast majority of monkeypox cases in England were connected to sexually active gay men, the health officials said last week. There were 19 confirmed cases of potentially serious virus in New York City. According to officials on Thursday, patients experienced flu-like illness and swelling of the lymph nodes before developing a rash on their face and body. The virus is not nearly as contagious as COVID-19 and is transmitted through bodily fluids and prolonged contact with infected areas. So you heard it here on the Media Virus podcast. If you got the monkeypox, jerk off across the room, please.
Oh, wait, but what about that guy who has that world record of jerking off and went like 32 feet out?
Well, I think
Not only that, but we also learned on the game show last week was that ejaculate will fly at 47 miles per hour.
Oh, that's what it was.
So
yeah.
I don't think anything that goes for 47 miles per hour is only going to go 6 feet.
you'd be surprised.
Yeah, so fast and far, and there's nowhere to hide, ladies.
So if it's bodily
Locked and
fluids,
loaded.
should they like jerk off
Gotta start running now.
facing the opposite direction so it lands on the wall instead of their partner?
Probably not a bad idea. and not for nothing, but if you're only 5 feet from me, it's only going to go 6. That's right. I'm going to knock you down.
All right. So guys, don't forget to wash your fetish gear. Don't worry, you can do it because of the Dunning-Kruger effect. And if you're a Zennial, I guess you can go fuck yourself or whatever. But make sure to wash your fetish gear. On the other side, coming up in B block, we have some Just the Tips with Big Daddy. And then in C block, we are going to have yet another installment of the Cold Read Theater Players present Cold Read Theater. I think I fucked that up. Forget it. Mike Hawk, PI, episode 3. So if you're not subscribed right now and you're watching this, hit subscribe. So we're going to be back in about 3 or 4 minutes with a brand new live web thing stuff. All right, Mike.
Just the tips.
Yeah, take us into the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's episode is brought to you by our very own Scorpion Goddess. Scorpion Goddess is now back on YouTube with her show, What's Up with the Planets? Tarot of the Week. Watch the Scorpion Goddess break down the weekly astrology forecast to see what the cards have in store for you. The Scorpion Goddess has been providing spiritual healing for 20 plus years using tools like tarot, astrology, Reiki, meditation, witchcraft, and more. Be sure to visit Scorpion Goddess's Etsy shop, where she offers homemade products ranging from the protection oils and smoke cleansing tools to Scorpion Goddess's yearly astrology journal. For more insight and information, click the link in the show description where you can connect with Juliet the Scorpion Goddess via social media. Don't forget to like, follow, subscribe, and comment that the Media Virus Podcast sent you. Oh, and this just in, the Scorpion Goddess is offering a 10% off discount to all products when you use the code MediaVirus10 at her Etsy shop. Look for the link in this episode's description. We'll be back right after this. We almost sound professional sometimes.
Sometimes.
Once in a while.
Almost.
Don't let
wish
it
I
go to
could-
your head.
And we're in break.